Hey, I'm Megan, and today I'm playing Project Elite solo, and I'm playing the exploration mission on medium difficulty. So I'll just give a brief, I'll try and keep it brief, how to play. This game takes place over 8 rounds. This is a cooperative game for 1 to 6 players, and it's a real-time dice rolling game. So it takes place over 8 rounds, and at the start of each round you're going to draw one of these event cards over here. These cards will tell you certain things to do, and this deck is built differently depending on your level of difficulty. So if you're playing on easy, the cards in this deck are easier to deal with. After you draw an event card, you're going to draw these swarm spawn cards. And for medium difficulty, you're going to draw 1 card for each player. For solo, I am playing with 2 characters, so I would draw 2 cards. These cards will tell you which alien you're going to spawn, how many, the location, and whether or not they're going to activate their ability. The aliens will be spawned on these locations here, these little egg spaces, on either location 1, 2, or 3, and these tokens are randomized for each game. After you spawn all of your swarm spawn cards, you're going to draw a boss card. For medium difficulty, you're going to draw 2 cards each round. There are 8 bosses, and there are 12 all clear cards in this deck. Then after that, you're going to start the action phase. So you're going to set this timer for 2 minutes, and during those 2 minutes, you're just constantly going to roll these dice. And the different symbols, this one means you have to move an alien. You can pick any alien you want, but you have to move them if you roll that, and you have to move them first. The aliens follow these arrows, so they just follow this path here. You do not have to follow the arrows. And then this symbol means that you can move your character 1 space, and you can move them any direction, orthogonally or diagonally. For playing solo, I get 5 dice, and I split the results between the 2 of them. So if I roll a movement, I choose which character to move. I do not move them both. And then there's other symbols on this dice that are specific to different objectives and different items and weapons. So you got the gun symbol, and this typically is used to activate a weapon, but it can also be used for objective cards in the event cards here. They can also be used for different objectives. And then you have these other 3. You've got the search icon, the wrench, and this like pointing finger. And those are also just based off of activating certain weapons or items. They are used for objectives, and they're also used in this event deck here. The search dice here, I can go to any of these 3 locations, stand next to it or on it, and roll this symbol. And then I would just take this token and put it aside, and at the end of the round, I will draw 3 cards from this search deck. In this deck are weapons, weapon attachments, medipacks, jetpacks, all kinds of different items and weapons. You do have the option of drawing those cards during the 2 minutes. I try to avoid that because it just wastes time. So I usually just take the token aside and draw at the end of the 2 minutes. My objective for the exploration mission, my objective is to come to these 4 locations, and I have to flip these over and do whatever it says. Once I've completed all 4 of those, I just have to make it back to the start, both my characters. I would roll this symbol, the search icon, to take a peek at what this says, and then I would flip it face down again. And then if I decide that I want to resolve whatever it says this round, then I would roll this pointing finger, and that lets me flip this face up. And then I would have to do whatever it says at the end of the round, or sometimes during the round. Yeah, so after I complete all 4 of those, I just make it back here and I win. There are 3 ways that you can lose. You lose if any of the aliens cross this starting area. You lose if either of your heroes die. And you would lose if you don't complete your objective before the 8 rounds are up. After the 2 minutes are up, after the action phase, all the aliens are going to activate their abilities if they have any, and then they're going to move. We got 3 of these basic aliens. We've got a shooter. He moves 1 space, and he has 1 health life. And his ability is, if your hero is within range 3, you would roll 1 of these hit dice, and if it's a 4 or more, you suffer 1 damage. Then we have the biter, also a health of 1, and he moves twice. And his ability is, if your hero is within range 1, you would roll the hit dice, and if it's a 4 or more, you suffer 1 damage. Then we have the runners. They do not have an ability, but they move 3 steps, and they also have a health of 1. The bosses all have more than 1 health. I think the lowest amount of health is 3, but they all have different amounts of health. They all move different amounts of spaces, and they all have different abilities. So I will explain some more things as we go along, and I'm mostly set up here. I just have to now draw a weapon for each of my characters. So we have the basic weapons deck. You draw 1 card for each player plus 2 additional. So I would draw 4 cards, and then I choose 1 for each of my characters. The way the weapons work is you have to roll this symbol to activate this weapon. And this weapon...
I didn't get that.
This weapon has a range of 1. And then this means that I would roll 2 of these hit dice, and they have to be a 5 or higher to be a successful hit. If I chose this weapon, I would have to roll both of those dice in order to activate this weapon. This weapon has a range of 3. I would roll 1 of the green dice, and it has to be a 2 or higher to be a successful hit. So since I'm only rolling 1 dice for this weapon, that means I can only kill 1 alien. So that's basically how the weapons work. After you have activated the weapon, you take the dice off and re-roll until you roll those symbols again, and then you can activate the weapon again. And so I'm going to go ahead and choose a weapon for each of them. Well, first let me explain my characters here. There are 6 characters to choose from, and they all have different abilities and they all have different amounts of health. So I got Voker here, and his ability is whenever I roll a movement for myself, I can move him 1 additional space. So for every one of these rolls, I can move him twice. Then I have Akosha, and her ability is at the end of the action phase, I can move her up to 3 spaces, or I can activate a weapon without any dice on it for free. Alright, so I've got a range of 3, 2, 3, and 1. These 2 only have 1 hit dice. I think I'm going to stay clear of these 2 because it says I have to roll 5s or higher. So it's less likely I'm going to get hits on that. So I'm going to choose these 2 cards here. Actually, you know what? It's possible. So in the search deck, it's possible that I can get an increase of range for an attachment. I can also get an attachment that increases the amount of the hit dice that I get to roll. And there's also attachments that will decrease the value that the hit dice has to be a successful hit. So I might choose one of the 5s, and then I'll definitely choose this one for her. So she has a range of 3. She rolls 1 hit dice, and it has to be a 2 or higher. And she has to roll the gun and the search icon to activate this weapon. And then for him, I will choose I don't know that I want to give him a range of sure. I'll give him a range of 1, 2 hit dice, 5 or higher, with the hope of finding an attachment in that deck there that'll decrease the value of the hit dice, hopefully. And he only has to roll 1 dice to activate that weapon. If at any point my health crosses this yellow line here, I would lose a dice. One of my action dice, I would have to keep it here, and that dice is locked until I heal past the yellow line again. And I think that's basically everything, so we can get started. And if I think of anything else that needs explaining, I'll explain it as we go. So first thing is draw an event card. It says immediately reveal and resolve an additional swarm spawn card. So this round, instead of 2, I'm going to draw 3 cards. So we got 5 runners. 5 runners, and the question mark means that I can choose where I want them to start. And I think I'll start them on 1 over here. So I just put them on these egg spaces, and they do not activate, so they will stay put. Then I have 3 biters on 2, and that little triangle symbol means that they do activate. So they would activate their ability first, which is that if any hero is within range 1, they will potentially do damage. But there are no heroes near them, so I'm good. And now they're going to move twice. And there are multiple directions I can choose to move them. It's up to me where I move them to. And then we got 3 more runners on 3, and they're gonna activate. So they move 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now I draw 2 boss cards, and we're already starting off with a boss, and then we have an all clear card. All right, so this boss has a health of 3, and he moves 3. And he does activate. And his ability is heroes within range 2 will suffer 1 damage. So I'm going to leave this card right here. I would say if you're playing this with other people, you wouldn't want to keep the cards in the middle of the board, but this space is not used. So when you're moving, you can move only during these, only within these grid lines. So if there are no grid lines, that space is not a space that you can go onto. Alright, so I just put these little health tokens on him to mark that he has 3 health. And whenever I get a successful hit, I'll just remove one of them from his card. When all 3 of them are removed, then he is dead. And this is what he looks like. All the bosses are red. To determine where he goes, I roll a hit dice. It's a 2. So if it's a 1 or a 2, they go here. 3 or 4, they go there. 5 or 6, they go there. There is not an available spawning point here on the board, so I would just push the alien out of the way, and then he moves 3, so I'm going to have to push again. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and when I defeat him, I'll draw 3 alien tech cards, and that also gives me different weapons and items, and then I'll choose 1 to keep. You can have up to 2 weapons and an infinite amount of items. Okay, so to start, my plan is always to go and get one of these tokens and set it aside for the end of the round. So I'll do that first, and I'm going to have her stick to this side of the board and him stick to this side of the board. So I'll have her come deal with this, kill off these guys, and I'll have him come get this and do this exploration token. Alright, so 2 minutes on the clock. So I gotta remember, she only rolls 1 dice, but it only has to be a 2 or higher. Okay, and she has a range of 3. And go. Alien movement. No movement for myself. 2 alien movements. 2 alien movements. Alright, I got 2 movements for myself. 2 alien movements. 3 movements. 1, 2, 3. I need to roll a search. No search. I do have a gun. 2 movements. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alien movement. Still no search. Still no search. Alien movement, and I got a search. 1 minute left. I've gotten this. It says keep this token face up and spend 2 guns to resolve it. Alright, I got 1 gun, and I've got a search so I can shoot for her. It's a miss. Got a search for him. 2 alien movements. Okay, I got a movement for him. alien movement, and I gotta search for her. 20 seconds. Alien movement. Alien movement. Alien movement. I've got a gun. Shoot. Hits. I got another gun. And that's it. Okay. Well, at least I got one of my objectives done. And I gotta search for both of them. So I'm gonna do that now. Put these back. You draw 3 cards and choose one. I'm gonna keep the Medipack for him. So I got a Medipack. I had to roll 2 dice to activate it. It's a one-time use and it heals me 3. And then for her, I've got 3 weapon choices for her. Got a range of 2, but it locks a dice. This red background means that dice is locked until the end of the round. This one and this one shoot only in a straight line, but they have infinite range. I think I'll take this one here. It shoots only in a straight line. I had to roll 1 dice, either the gun or the pointing finger. And I roll 1 hit dice and it has to be 5 or higher. Okay. And then I'm going to do her special ability, which says I can activate a weapon or I can move 3 spaces. I think I'm going to move over here, because otherwise if they push, when the aliens move, if they push your hero, you suffer 1 damage for each time you get pushed. So now I will activate their ability. It says heroes within range 2 suffer 1 damage. So I suffer 1 damage from the boss. And the only ones with abilities are the biters. And I'm not close enough for that. So I just have to move everybody now. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. This one moves 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. I did not do very good at shooting. I need to get some weapon attachments for her. So, and she has a range of 3, so she's within range of all of these except for this one. Alright, so ready for the next round. So a new event card. Move any aliens a total of 3 spaces combined. So I'll move the ones in the back. 1, 2, 3. And then I draw 2 of these. We've got 2 shooters on 2. And they do activate, but they only move once. And then we got 5 shooters. And I get to choose where they go, but they do not activate. Probably put them on 2. Which means I will have to push one of them out of the way to fit all 5. And we draw 2 boss cards. We have another boss and another all clear. This is Gut Slug. Looks really weird. Alright, she's got a health of 5, moves twice, and the ability says I reveal and spawn 1 swarm spawn card, and I use Gut Slug's adjacent spaces as spawn points instead of the card's location. So let's roll to see where she's going. She's going to 1. And then we activate her ability first. 3 runners. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, you know what? They don't move. At least I don't think they move. But she does, so she moves twice. Let's actually move her this way. Alright, she's got 5 health. And I'm going to search the deck again, but I think I'm going to do it during the 2 minutes in hopes of getting the attachment that I want. And I'll grab the search token for him as well since he's next to it. And we'll just do some shooting this round, and we'll take a peek at this and maybe do it. 2 minutes. And go. Alright, I've got a gun for her and an alien movement. So 2 or more, it's a hit. We'll move that one. Got another gun. Got another gun for him. He has to do 5 or more. He misses. Got the search for her. So roll. It's a hit. Alien movement. And then we got a gun for her. It's a hit. I'm not sure if I moved an alien, so we'll do it anyways. I got a gun for her. It's a hit. The boss is gone. We got some movements, but I don't want to move. We got 1 minute left. 2 alien movements. We'll reveal this. Draw 1 search card. I got a search icon for her. I got a weapon for her. It's a hit. And I got a gun for him. It's a miss. Got a search for him and a search for her. 1, it's a hit. We'll move this one. And then I've got a gun for him. It's a hit. I got an alien movement and a gun for her. I got 2 guns for her. Hits. Hits. Got a movement. 1, 2. And I've got a gun. Hits. Stop the timer. Alright. So let's do the search cards first. I get a search card for each of them. And then I also get to draw a search card because of my objective. So we got an increased range for him. So now he has a range of 3. This is what the weapon attachments look like. Not all weapons are able to have attachments, but this gun is. Now we'll draw for her. No weapon attachment. And then I'll draw another card for my objective. Still no weapon attachment. But I do have a medipack. And I have other weapons. But the other weapons are not that great either. I think I'll take this weapon for her because that one's better than the one that I have, since you can only have 2 weapons, I'm going to get rid of this one and get this one instead. It says each hit equals 3 hits. So I only get to roll 1 hit dice, but if it's a 4 or higher, it's equal to 3 hits. So I could still kill 3 aliens with it. And it's got a range of 3. Since I defeated the boss, I also get alien tech. So I've got 3 items. This one says, I select and lay down 3 alien figures anywhere on the map. They cannot move or activate until the end of the round. Target any one alien within range 2 and move it 2 spaces following the alien path in reverse. Target 1 alien in a straight line and in line of sight. Move it up to 3 spaces towards you, going through unoccupied spaces. I think I'll take this one. Targets 1 alien within range 2 and I move them 2 spaces backwards. Alright, so let's go ahead and activate everybody. So she's right next to them, so... Oh, I didn't do her ability actually. So her special ability is she can either move 3 spaces at the end of the action phase, or she can activate a weapon for free. So I'm gonna activate my weapon. Yeah. And it's a hit. Okay. So I don't have to worry about that now. That goes over here. So I still have this one to take care of. So I have to activate everyone's ability first. Runners don't have abilities, so I'm gonna go ahead and move them. Or, oh wait, I'll activate their abilities first. Their abilities don't matter. Theirs don't matter. So let's activate her ability, which means I spawn a card and I place them 3 runners next to her. And now I will move everybody. So let's move the runners. One, 2, 3, and she moves twice. 1, she pushes me so I take damage. And let's move the biters, 1, 2, and they move 1 space. Alright, so I need to take out her this round. Now we'll draw another event. No effect, nothing happens. I think there's only 2 of these cards in this deck for medium difficulty. Now I draw 2 cards, 3 shooters on 2. Got a lot of shooters over here. They don't activate. And 2 biters on 3. And they do activate. And now boss cards. All clear. All clear. Alright, so I just gotta take her out. I gotta get rid of these runners, otherwise they're gonna cross the line. And I'm probably not gonna worry about getting any of the objectives done this round because they're kind of far from me. I'm gonna do some more searching, and yeah, that's it. Alright, 2 minutes. So I gotta remember she has this weapon here. Okay. And go. 3 alien movements. 1, 2, 3. And I've got to search for her. Or we'll do that for him, actually. Okay, I've got to search for her. I got 2 movements. I'm good where I'm at. 3 alien movements. 1, 2, 3. And I got 2 weapons, so I'm going to activate this one here, 4 or higher, and that takes off 3 hits. Got another gun, so I can activate her weapon. I gotta move an alien. It's a hit. I got 2 more guns. It's a miss. I gotta search, alien movement. I got a gun for him and for her, so let's do him first. 1 hit. Now for her. It's a hit. This is gone. Okay, this is alien movement. Now I've got a gun for her, or for him. Let's do him. It's a hit. I've got a gun for him and a movement for him. It's a hit. And I've got an alien movement. I've got a gun for her. Got an alien movement. Now she can shoot. It's a hit. I got 2 movements. 1, 2. I got a gun for her, and I got 2 for her and 1 for him. Okay. So after the timer goes off, if you have rolled any of the alien movements, you still have to move them. And if you have the correct dice allocated for a weapon and you have not activated the weapon yet, you are allowed to do so after the timer goes off. So that's what I'm gonna do. I got 1 weapon for her. She has range of 3. Has to be a 2 or higher. It's a hit. Get rid of this one. And then I can activate another weapon for her, or I can activate, oh, I can't activate for him because he only has, oh, he does have a range of 3. I'm gonna activate hers anyways. It's a miss. And then her special ability is I can either move or activate a weapon, so I'm gonna activate a weapon. It's a hit. I'll take care of this guy. Alright. At least I got the boss out of there. And I got a search for him, so let's do that. Got extra ammo. Power armor. Prevent all damage you would take from swarms until the end of the round. And a weapon. If I roll a 6, I get additional. Range of 2, I roll 1 dice, 4+. I'll take the extra ammo. So that's a one-time use. I had to activate it to use it. And that gives me 1 extra hit dice for the entire round on my weapon. So let's activate them. I'm not within range of anybody for their abilities, so I'm safe. I just move everybody now. Okay. And so this round I really need to go get an objective done, either that one or that one. I still need to get an attachment for her gun, so I'll come back over here, take out these runners, and let's draw an event. Alright, it says before the alien spawning phase, each hero must move 3 spaces following the alien path. So, this card here, as you can see, it has the red background. So when I put my dice on it, that dice is locked until the end of the round. For a 1 and 2 player game, I have to only roll the first 2 symbols there, and that completes this card. This ability is in effect until I roll those 2 symbols. So it'll be in effect every round until I get rid of this card. So it takes effect now because I'm about to do the spawning phase. And it says I have to move my house 3 spaces following the alien path, so backwards. Alright. So I'll leave that here to remind myself to complete it. And let's draw my alien cards. 3 runners on 3. And they do activate. I have to push everybody out of the way in order to activate them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 3. He's got a lot of people to take care of over here. And that was only 1 card. So 1 more. 2 runners on 1 and they activate. And now 2 boss cards, all clear. And we have a boss, and I'm not going to try and pronounce his name. This is what he looks like. He has a health of 6, and it says heroes within range 3 suffer 1 damage. Heroes within range 1 suffer 1 additional damage. And he moves twice. That's his card there. So let's roll to see where he's going. He's going to 3. He moves twice. And we'll put 6 health on him. Okay. I'm probably not going to take him out this round. And I don't know if I'll even be able to get... I'm definitely not going to be able to get there. There's too many aliens in the way. I can maybe take her all the way over here. I could try. So, but I first want to get her search token. Okay, let's go. I got a weapon for her and a weapon for him. So 1 dice for her, hits, and 2 dice for him, misses. I got an alien movement and a movement for myself. Got a weapon for her and for him and a movement for myself. We'll roll for him first. It's 1 hit. That one, and for her, it's a hit. Alien movement, and a weapon for her. 1 dice, hits. 3 alien movements, 1, 2, 3. Gun for him, 2 hits. 1 here, 1, 2, 3. Alien movement. Gotta search for her. I need a movement. I got a gun for her and for him. We'll do him first. 1 hit. Oh, he's not within range. Gun for her. 1 hit. 30 seconds. Alien movement. Movement for myself. Gun for her. Hits. I need a search. There it is. I got a movement. Let's move him. I got a gun for both of them and an alien movement. Him first. Miss. Then, oh, she's not close enough to shoot. We'll put hers aside. 5 seconds. Move. Alien movement. Shoot. Hits. Stop. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot for her because of her special ability. It's a hit. And he doesn't have that ability, so I'm gonna do her search first. Please give me an attachment. All right, that's what I was looking for. She now has 2 hit dice that she can roll. This is her attachment. So that's much better. So she can now kill 2 aliens at a time. And, oh no, I totally forgot about that. Okay, so let's activate their abilities. So we're gonna roll a dice to see if he attacks Voker, and he does. And his ability, heroes within range 3, so I'm good on everybody else. I move them all. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 1. He moves twice. 1, 1. At least she took care of her side. Okay, so let's, I need to get her here. Event card, no effect. And since before alien spawning phase, I have to move my heroes 3 spaces back. It doesn't matter. 1, 2, he's back at start. Aliens, 3 shooters on 2. They don't activate. 2 biters on 1, and they do activate. And now for the bosses. How many bosses did I take out? 2. I totally forgot to draw alien tech for taking out the second boss, so I'll do that now. 2 weapons and an item. For the rest of this action phase, you may re-roll any hit results once. Sure, we'll take that item. So she has 2 items now, which I totally forgot to use. Okay. Bosses. All clear. All clear. And let's get started. So I'm just trying to get her over there, and he needs to kill these runners. I'm not even gonna bother shooting, I don't think, for her until she gets there. And I gotta remember to do this. Let's go. 2 alien movements. 1, 2. And I've got a gun for him, but he's not within range yet, so I'll hold off on it. 2 alien movements. Movement. And now he can shoot twice because I have 2 guns, 2 hits. And 2 hits. That was pretty good rolling. Movement. Got a gun for him. No hits. Got a gun for him and an alien movement. 1 hit. I got a gun for him and a gun for her. Let's do him first. No hits. 1 more gun for him. 2 hits. 1, 2, 3. Nobody else is in range. Let's do her. Hits. Alien movement and a gun. 2 alien movements. Movement. 2 alien movements. 1, 2. Gun. Alien movement. No hits. I need movements. There we go. 1, 2. 1, 2. I've got this. And I've got that for her. Got a gun for her. Oh, she can roll 2. 2 hits. Movement for her. Movement. Gun for him and a movement. He does not hit. Alien movement. Movement for myself. Okay. So I'm going to shoot for her. It's a hit. We're going to roll to see if he takes damage. He does not. And of course I forgot about this again. That's okay. So let's activate. I've already activated their abilities. So let's move them. This one moves twice. This one moves once. I took out a lot of aliens that round, so that's good. Okay. Need to take out him next round. And I revealed an objective that says reveal 1 extra swarm spawn card during the next alien spawning phase. So I had to draw 3 cards this round. Event card. Alright, we got another event, so we got 2 of these to do now. It says the action phase lasts 20 seconds less. So when it gets down to 20 seconds, I'll stop rolling. And now I have to move my heroes 3 spaces back. And draw 3 cards. 2 runners on 3. They do activate. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 shooters on 3. And they don't activate. And 4 biters on 2. And they don't activate. Okay, so I gotta remember to do this when it gets down to like, I don't know, 50 seconds. And now let's draw boss cards. Most likely gonna get a boss because we haven't had a boss in like 2 or 3 rounds. All clear. All clear. Wow, that's pretty good. I've got 2 rounds left to get that done, so I gotta try and get him over there. I may just have to skip shooting. We'll see. He does move twice for every movement, so he does move fast. Can remove that. That's completed. And I think I did everything. Okay, let's go. Alien movement. I've got a wrench for that, and I've got a weapon for him and a movement for him. 1 hit. Got another wrench. This is now activated. Alien movement. I got a gun for him. 3 hits. I got 3 guns for him. There's 1, 2 hits. 2 hits. 1 more. 1, 2, 3. 1 hit. I need movements for him now. 1, 2, 3 guns for him. 3 hits. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1 hit. 1. Not within sight. I got a movement for him. Another movement. I get to peek at this. Reveal 1 less boss card, so I gotta roll the pointing finger now. I've got 2 alien movements. I've got a gun for this and a search for that. And I've got a wrench for that. I got a movement. Oh, I need a finger. Alien. Oh, there's my finger. And a movement for him. Wrench. Alien movement. And gun. So there's only 20 seconds left, so I'm gonna let the time run out. I have to stop rolling. That was a great round. He took out a lot of those aliens. I did not expect to get that many. Okay. And she can move 3 because of her ability, so I am gonna move her here. Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't want to move her there because I just completed all my objectives. I just gotta get them to the end zone and then I win. I completed both of these, so I'll remove the dice and remove these cards. And now let's activate the aliens. So they're not within line of sight of him, so they do not attack, but they are gonna move. And let's draw the next event card. Heroes may not perform search actions or draw alien tech cards. I do get to draw alien tech cards for the hero I just defeated. I was supposed to do that before I drew this card, so I'm going to do that now. At the end of the action phase, you may move up to 3 spaces. I'm definitely taking that one. But now if I defeat a boss, I cannot get those alien tech cards. And my objective is I reveal 1 less boss card this round, so I only draw 1 boss card. But we still have to draw 2 of these aliens. 2 biters on 2. And they do activate. And second one is 5 biters of location of my choice. So I'll put them on 2. Okay. Then I draw 1 boss card. We have a boss and a second boss. All right, so let's get them out. We got Asher. He's got a health of 3 and a movement of 4. This is what he looks like. His ability is I roll 1 hit die for each hero within range 4. Each hero suffers 1 damage on 3+. Let's see where he's going. He's going to 2. There are no heroes within range 4, so I just move him now. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got a health of 3. I'm probably not going to take out these bosses because all I have to do is get to the end zone and I'm good. And then we got this guy. Reanimated Harrier. Health of 4, a movement of 1. This is what he looks like. It's like a two-headed person. His ability is I move any aliens a total of 4 spaces combined. He's going to 3 and he moves 1 space. Oops. 4 spaces, so I'll move this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got a health of 4. Oh, actually, I was not supposed to draw him. I totally forgot that I was supposed to draw 1 less boss this round because of my exploration token that I had. So just 1 boss to deal with. So maybe I will take him out. We'll see. He's only got a health of 3, so I think that was everything. So I'm gonna get started. I'm not even gonna shoot with her. I'm just gonna get her to the end and do everything with him. So after I get them here, I can stop rolling. But after the 2 minutes are up, I would still have to move and activate all the aliens. And if they cross during that activation, this area, I would still lose. Okay, let's go. Nothing. I got 2 guns for him. I got a 2 movements for her. That was a miss. 2 hits. Alien movement. Alien movement. Alien movement. And a gun for him. No hits. 2 alien movements. Alien. I'm getting movements for him, but I don't want to move him until I take out that boss. Gun. Boss is gone. Now I can move 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. I still have a minute left. This boss is gone. I can go ahead and do this anyways. I got 1. I don't have to do it, but might as well since I have so much time left. That's done. Now I can stop rolling and there's still 35 seconds left. And I didn't even use like half of my items and stuff. So there's still 20 seconds left. I'm gonna go ahead and finish out the round now, activate them and move them to see if any of them will cross, which they definitely won't. But I will move them anyways. That's it. Game over. And I still had 1 round left. Thankfully, I hadn't crossed the line. I didn't get any dice locked. So that's pretty good. That was Project Elite Solo on medium difficulty with the exploration mission. And this is the crash site side of the board. There is another side. There's another map on the other side. And I was playing with Voker and Akosha. So hopefully that gave you an idea of how this game works. It is a little bit more challenging solo, but it's quite fun. And it is definitely more fun with more players. I've only played up to 3. It would probably be really hectic with like 5 or 6, but I'm sure it would be fun to try it at that play level as well. So hopefully you liked the game, and thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. See ya.